Yeah, Stephanie, the 2016 election will be underway in just about 24 hours with the start of the Iowa caucuses. Obviously, every candidate who has been here is looking for a boost out of Iowa, heading into New Hampshire in the primary 8 days later. It's also fair to say that some of those candidates could use that boost more than others. And we have a new look on where the race stands on both sides in New Hampshire with new numbers tonight from the WMUR CNN Granite State poll. Here it is. A little more than a week before the primary, Bernie Sanders holds a commanding 23-point lead in New Hampshire, with 57% of likely Democratic voters saying that they would give Sanders their vote. An increasingly steep hill to climb for Hillary Clinton, even considering that 41% say they have yet to make their pick. As for likely Republican voters, 61% are undecided, but for those who have made their choice, Donald Trump remains firmly atop the GOP field at 30%. After that, it's Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, John Kasich, and Chris Christie in a statistical tie for second place when factoring in the margin of error. Jeb Bush is right behind that group with Carly Fiorina, Rand Paul, and Ben Carson in need of an amazing week in New Hampshire. And there is one more number to consider here, and that is 35. That's the percentage of New Hampshire Republican voters, likely voters, who say that they will not vote for Donald Trump under any circumstances. And it might be a first for any frontrunner to be underwater in that category in either party. We did have the chance to catch up with Donald Trump and ask him about that divide. We caught up with him and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie earlier today on the campaign trail here in Iowa.
I feel great. I feel great. We're having such a response. And
after a morning church service and ahead of a packed rally in Council Bluff, Donald Trump was joined by his wife Melania as he spoke exclusively with News 9 about his faith and his campaign.
Closer. I've been close to my faith to start off with, but it makes me appreciate things a lot more and even my faith a lot more.
And outwardly, Trump is unconcerned about the divide that his candidacy has seemingly created within the GOP.
What are you going to do to win over the Republicans you need to win the general election in November?
I think I'm just going to keep working just like I have been. I've been working very hard, and I've been all over the country. We have an amazing country. We have amazing people.
I'm not going to give a big speech today. I want to take some questions.
Not far from there, it was a town hall in Chris Christie, before which the former U.S. attorney told us that he's ready to make closing arguments.
My closing argument is we're going to want the person who you want to be the commander-in-chief, who you believe can keep Americans safe and secure, who's the most tested and the best prepared to beat Hillary Clinton.
On the Democratic side, both Hillary Clinton,
this is within our reach,
and Bernie Sanders.
Love you, Bernie!
Love you too!
Crisscrossed the state to make their final pitch to caucus goers in a race that Iowa polls show is simply too close to call. Obviously a much different story here in Iowa between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders than it is in New Hampshire now. Candidates are very busy across Iowa tonight trying to pick up some last-minute support, but in the capital city of Iowa, both Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton are holding events, and we'll continue our live coverage of the Iowa caucuses and the lead up to it tonight at 11 o'clock. For now, reporting live in Des Moines, I'm Josh McKelvin, WMUR News 9.